Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here joined with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people. How are you?
Today's show we got for you, it's really exciting. We're gonna be talking about the $1.2 billion in options expiries that's going to be occurring in the next little while. So that's going to be exciting. And Inti's also got some information about the option expiry, which is very important because it shows where the market's going to go and what's going to hold up the market, because these wealthy people, they're very smart and very clever, and they use these options to push the market in directions that they want to. So he's going to talk a little bit about that. Also, I'm going to talk about Tom Vays' $7,000 call. Well, he says the $7,000 is the low. And we're also going to be talking about my tweet that had just blown up. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah, so, but before that, we're gonna do some TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum and one other coin, which I didn't check to see which one I should do. So, Inti, whilst I'm doing my TA, why don't you guys check out the other, the video from yesterday and see if anybody posted a coin that I can do a TA on after Ethereum. Alrighty, perfect, okay. So let's do that. Let's get on to the TA for today. Alrighty. So, what's going on? Well, I don't know. If you watched the Crypto video, I was like looking at the markets thinking, oh wow, man, this thing has turned around, right? I mean, we did mention that in yesterday's video, that Bitcoin is most likely going to turn around because it's created a divergence. And I remember talking to Chris yesterday saying, hey, on this candle, if we close further down on this candle at the 10,100 or whatever, and we don't close this candle higher, this is going to take us down all the way down to the 9,600 level. Thank God it did not happen. And when it didn't happen, I knew that we're in for a bounce. But then I did a little bit more analysis and realized, oh no, this bounce is not going to be very harsh. And it turns out it's not. And look at that, right to the 61.8, right? Like clockwork. Mountain Man, damn you, Mountain Man! You always make money. He always makes money. He always hits the 61.8, and he gets paid. Right, Mountain Man always gets paid. So yeah, now that Mountain Man is in the scene, right? Unfortunately, I think this is an AB equals CD, which could play out as such, right? And once we break these levels, right? Even if the AB equals CD takes us only to 9,700 or something like that. It doesn't matter. At this point, we're going. We're probably gonna head a little bit lower than that, maybe even down to 94, 93, or something like that. And hopefully, all we could hope for is a bounce. If we stop at the 97 level, that is also a positive sign, because this is called a trade location. Once we complete an ABCD trade, and it completes at that level, and let's just say we get the 4-hour getting a divergence on the 4-hour at this area, then you know what, that's a very good turning point, and then the market can turn very heavily if we get enough reasons for people to hit the bid and hit the buy here and push this thing higher. So we have to look for a lot of reasons for that. Basically, I don't know. I don't see enough reasons other than there's only two right now. Not even right now, right? We have to say if we have a divergence heading into this, if, right, we stop here, if there's so many ifs there, ifs, right? So that it's just ifs and nuts, or cherries and nuts. We'd all have a Merry Christmas now, wouldn't it? So yeah, not very supportive. This level here at 9,700. Okay, let's head over to Ethereum and see what we can see. Wow, Ethereum. Did Ethereum do that? I'm surprised. I'm like, I guess I did not pay attention to Ethereum during the day yesterday. Yes, it broke back into the trend line, and then now today it's falling back. And I would have been very bullish and happy about this close, man, right back up here. Wow, look at that. Let's head over to the 4 hour because it just absolutely demolished that trade. It must have been demolished this short trade. Yeah, it did. It just went nope. Oh wow, so close though. So close. And it's right back to where it started. Probably, let's see here. Interesting thing though, if we turn on the VPVR, we might notice something interesting here. Is there, no, there's no point of control. No. I thought maybe we were in the point of control. I mean, there is a small one. If you would like just take this, yeah, if we take this area here, we're back in the point of control, right? Which is okay. If we just take this small point of control, I would say that now that we've moved back into it, you can see that there's a high probability that we could see Ethereum head back down to the 340 level, and I'm not. Yeah, I think it should. Let's see here. Let's see. I probably hit the SARS. Yeah, exactly. I think this is where we might roll over and go to before we get to before we make any other different move on Ethereum. So 330 is probably where we're going to test because the reason why is that when price action moves into the point of control, there's an 80% chance, right? So if it's went from undervalued to back into the point of control, there's 80% chance we're going to go overvalued. And then if we get back into the point of control, there's an 80% chance we'll go undervalued. And that's why I'm thinking that the 330 level is going to be tested before we go higher, maybe a little bit lower. Okay, enough with that. So do you guys have the next coin that we should do some TA on?
There's a lot to choose from. You could try, for example, VET.
Okay, well, I'm too late. I'm gonna do KAVA because Chris said there was like 5 votes for that. So KAVA it is. All right, so let's take a look at what we can see about KAVA. Yeah, so what we can say here, look at that. So close to getting a double on that one. Another double on that one. So close. Like a hair trigger away. And nope. Denied. Denied. Oh well. Stuff happens. So, if we take a look at the fibs levels here, you can see there's not really any kind of a W here at the bottom. So I have to say that this thing might come all the way back down to the 88.6. Generally, when altcoins, they'll create a nice Wing pattern, especially on the weekly. It generally tends to come back to the 88.6, right? Not always. Just it's a general rule from my mind that I've noticed that they come back to the 88.6 if there's no weekly W. If it creates a weekly W, what it does is comes back to wherever the top part of the weekly W. So just before the blast off. So let's just say the weekly W was the top of the weekly W was right here. It's 78.6, so it just went like this, and then it came back down, and then it created the W, and it broke out from the 78 points from this level here, at 13,900 sats, and it went up. That's generally where it'd come back to before it'd go higher again. Just because nobody wants it to go bad. The people who accumulated below the W don't want it to go down that further lower, so they end up accumulating just above that. But if there's no W, then generally, not always, it comes back to 88.6. But you could always just start buying at the 78.6 or even in the 61.8. So if you were to buy around here, I had to have no problems because you're not buying up here. If you're buying up here, I you know what? I just take this hand and right. But buying down here, I don't have any problems with, right? As long as you're taking the small bets, right? Maybe like 0.5% of your portfolio down here at just below the 61.8. That's fine. And you add some more to 78.6, and you add even more at the 88.6 at 9,751 sats. So I like it. I want to get some more. So I'm going to get, so if it comes down to here to 9,000 sats, I am definitely getting some more of this coin. All right. Let's head over to the next point of today. Before I go on to that, Pandora's wallet. We've updated the website, and let's see if the login is working. Yes, there you go. So now the login is actually working. Not everything is working, and once you do log in, but yeah, you do get the new control panel, I believe, once you log in. Let me just see if I can do that. All right, so I'm going to try logging in. Yeah, there we go. And there I am. I'm logged in, right? I can, enter my Telegram group ID, right? Not everything is working here, right? This is just the beta version, but there you go. All right, as we build this out, right, you'll be able to see my trades, everything here. We'll get everything working through here. Also, my portfolio. You'll be able to see my portfolio, everything, through this control panel over time. So it's just going to take some time, but we will get there. Also, if you buy Pandora's wallet sometime before the end of this month, you get 50% off. 50% off Pandora's wallet, right? And you will see. Well, we went back to the old page. You will receive 10% of that in the DJ 15 tokens back to you. So that's gonna be awesome. Look at that. You know what? I could do some TA on my coin, right? You can see. Right, we M'd out and then we dumped down, and then people just bought it back up. So that's crazy.
Oops. Camera died.
Camera died?
Yeah.
Which died? Which, your camera?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
We forgot to charge it. Okay. Alrighty. So with that said, let's head over to the tweet. Right. I don't know if you noticed that my tweet got published on Cointelegraph, right? Could holding 0.228 BTC could put you in the top 1% wealth bracket someday. I think it will. I really do. I think Bitcoin, right, will be the world's reserve currency. And why do I think that? Is the real question. Is because remember, right? When somebody invented the Gutenberg press, and I think it was probably Gutenberg that invented the Gutenberg press, but anyways, people thought there was no way everybody would have books, and today everybody has books, and also people thought, oh, by the way, there's no way the government is going to let you or the church let you have a book. No way. They're going to ban it. And they did. They did. But yet, and so that worked, right? Oh, no, it didn't. Everybody has books today. So a lot of people say, well, now Bitcoin, it's so good, the government's going to ban it. Yeah, but it's not going to work, right? And yeah, people tell me, well, wait a second, there's nobody accepting Bitcoin, so how's that going to work? Well, you could say that about electricity, right? Well, how people are saying back in the day when electricity was invented, there was going to be in every single home, and everybody would put wires in their house, and there'd be no way people are going to put wires in their house. They're going to burn down their house, right? And also, how's that electricity going to get to them, right? There's no way for electricity to get to them at this current time. So why would people put electricity in their house? And yet today everybody has electricity in their house. Also cars, right? Well, people are going, what? You want me to use this dirty, noisy pollution machine over my horse, which, I can just snap my fingers, it comes to me. Also, I can just refuel it anywhere. Well, there's no gas stations for this noisy car. So I see, absolutely, without a doubt, because Bitcoin is something that nobody thought was possible. Impossible to have a currency that you could transfer to somebody else over the internet without a third party involved. That was impossible. So it's going to be the world reserve currency, period. All right, with that said, a large portion of Bitcoin, right, BTC's value lies within the limited 21 million coin supply, which means ownership of a small portion could lead to significant wealth. Yes, because it's going to be a world reserve currency. If massive global adoption occurs, there is no ifs. In my belief, there is no if. There is no if. It's going to happen. Period. The only thing that's going to stop it is if something goes wrong with the protocol. That's the only thing that's stopping that from happening. All right. There is only 0.0027 BTC for the current 7 billion people on the planet. Is what I said in my tweet. Trader BTC evangelist. I'm a Bitcoin evangelist now, and Twitter personality Davinci J15 said on September 22nd tweet, noting the world's total population in relation to Bitcoin's total supply. Davinci J15 is known for his early Bitcoin commentary and the harkens back to the asset's early days in 2011. Yes. Now, he goes on to say, right, it depends on global adoption, of course, yes. And yes, it all depends on global adoption. Is that going to happen? I think it will, right? I really do. I really think it will. And this is my tweet here. And so, effectively, right, all you need to do is just buy $100, right, in Bitcoin, and you'll have 3x the average sometime in 10 to 15 years, because right now the technology is still maturing. It's still got some time. It needs time to mature to get into the level where grandma's going like swish to send her Bitcoins. But that's coming. That's coming. And when it does come, it'll be too late to invest, right? You can still own Bitcoins, right? But investing for it to become the world reserve currency, well, when it is the reserve currency, that's too late to invest for it to become the world reserve currency. All right, let's go on to the next point of our topic of the day. The worst case. What's the worst case scenario for Bitcoin right now? Because everybody's looking at the short term and wondering, hey, is Bitcoin going to drop? What could happen with this Armageddon? Right? Is he going to come and hug us right? And squeeze the life out of us? I don't know. But the worst case, I think, is 7,000. I have to agree with Tom Vays that if we do drop and we do an ABCD, there's a bigger ABCD possibility, which takes us down to 8,000. I really think the $7,000 level. And the reason why is, like, we could show you here. on this chart, if we do the fib from this top point of 12,500 to the bottom, you can see the 61.8, which is where Mountain Man is like sitting, waiting. He's like, I'm going to wait to see if Bitcoin comes down to me. And he's going to be buying that with both hands, with everything he's got. So you can see 7,100 is the level where Bitcoin will hold, in my opinion. And same with Tom Vays. All right, so next, let's go on to the main topic of the day, right? Is whether or not these open interests, right, or of like what is they saying here? Open interest in Bitcoin options has risen to new record highs this week, but the market will witness 1 billion in notional value expiring Friday, which could trigger heightened volatility. Well, volatility. I noticed that anybody, when they refer to volatility, they've referred to volatility in the downside, but it also works on the upside. But it's never referred to going up. It's not volatility going up. It's volatility going down, right? So it goes in this story, right? A record 2.1 billion worth of options contracts were open on Tuesday, up nearly 53% from the monthly low open interest of 1.14 billion back in August 28th, according to data source Skew. So yeah, these options, right, are basically derivative contracts which give the purchaser the right, but not the obligation, to buy or sell the underlying asset, which happens to be Bitcoin, at a determined rate on or before a specific date. A call option gives the owner the right to buy, and a put option gives the owner the right to sell. And basically, they work like insurance policies, right? And when you create an insurance policy, when you pay for an insurance policy on your house or your car, let's just say you put fire insurance on your house and car. If there's no fire, right, do you get the money back? No, you don't. So that's what an option is. You just basically pay for the right. Hey, you know what? If there's a fire in Bitcoin and Bitcoin drops, you're going to pay me the difference of when I paid for it, what I bought it at, to where it is now. So I'm going to get that difference. So let's just say I purchased some fire insurance at $12,000, and then I paid maybe, $500 or $1,000 for that insurance. And Bitcoin drops heavily to like 9,000. Well, I get $3,000 as my insurance, to cover me for my losses, right? If I exercise the option, only if I exercise. Obviously, I would, but if I don't, then I don't make. I lose my $1,000 basically that I put into the insurance. So that's how options work, right? But only a certain level of people can actually create the option. So, for example, only a rich person could put together, with enough money, lots of money, can sell you an option at a specific price. And when they do sell you these options at a specific price, let's just say at $10,500, right? They're going to make sure the market stays well above that before it expires. And Inti is going to explain a little bit more about that. Inti, you want to tell them more about options and what you've learned?
Yes. Specifically talking about open interest, that is the amount of options at a specific strike price. In the case of the put options, since Davinci just explained that only very wealthy people can write them, you can tell that these people, of course, they are institutions, you can tell that these people has the money to do the research and know, or have a much better idea than you and me, where the market's going. So, when they put heavy open interest, I mean a lot of contracts in the same price, that means they know that they know two things. One, the price will not go below that level. For example, in this case, we have 2,000 contracts at $10,000 and 500, just for say one. Or two, they actually want to buy at that level because they think it is a good price to buy it. So you can see, for example, at 10,000 we have 2,000 contracts.
You can't see that because I don't have a copy of your sheet.
Yeah, you have it in your mail.
In my email?
Yeah, I sent it twice.
Oh, it's in my email. Oh,
yes.
I'm not sure if I have my email up here, but I will check. All right, so continue. I'll see if I can bring that up.
Okay. For example, yeah, in $9,000, there are 4,000 contracts, and at $8,000, there are 3,000 contracts. So you can tell price is not going below that. Probably, if these contracts, I don't know where they were written. I couldn't find that. But imagine if
they were written. What do you mean where they were written? What company?
No, when. How long is the lifespan of these specific contracts? I don't know if it was 1 day, 6 months, a year.
I'm not sure.
Because think about it. If it was like 2 months ago that all these contracts were written,
probably
30
days.
Price could have gone down, scare people, and then they are going to buy those puts that the rich people is selling them, and they say, okay, you know what? Price is not going below this, so they push market up again, and they collect all the premium, and they don't have to buy anything. And if they had to buy something, it's a good price anyways.
I see. Okay.
The only problem with Bitcoin options is, as always, it is cash settled, and these are European options, which are not as...
What's the difference between European options and American options?
The difference is that American options, you can exercise them whenever you want, and they have a lot of volatility, which is good. And they are exchange settled. I mean, you are dealing with a clearinghouse. So, for example, if someone doesn't want to honor the contract, you go to the clearinghouse, it will go after them, and you don't have to sue them. In the European options, that doesn't happen. European options are over the counter, which means that if the other person tries to screw you up, you have to persecute them by yourself. You have to sue them. And you can only exercise the option on expiry date. So the volatility is way lower than American options. They are not that great. And that's what happens with Bitcoin options.
All right. Well, can I share this graph here with everybody?
Yes, of course.
Okay, awesome. I will do that right now. Thank you very much, Inti, and let's
I have the
share that. I'll put that in the show notes. All right.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Before you change the screen, could you look at the chart that I made?
Yeah, sure.
We'll show you something quite interesting.
What's that?
Is the next slide?
The next one?
Yes. So I highlighted the horizontal levels where those contracts are.
Oh.
And you can see that, for example, the heaviest open interest are in a bullish reload zone.
Oh, look at that.
And the others are in a short reload zone. So you can play a little bit with that. They are always in very specific key levels. Now you can continue.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool piece of information that people could use in order to determine whether or not price action is going to make it down to those levels. Very interesting indeed. All right. Thank you, everybody who's watching on our backup channel. I really appreciate you guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my backup channel, please do so in the description below. My backup channel is here. I'm going to bring that up right now. Is just called Davinci Jeremy, right? And yeah, you can find that link to that channel right there. And if you're watching only on the backup channel, please subscribe to my actual channel and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell for all notifications. Don't forget to hit like and leave a comment of which cryptocurrency you want me to do next Monday, and hit the like button for that person's comment. So the person who has the most likes on the cryptocurrency will be the one that I do a TA on. So that's how I'm going to do it from now on. So don't forget to leave that comment. Don't forget to hit the like, and we'll see you guys on Monday. If I don't, maybe I'll do a surprise weekend video, maybe. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But thank you for watching. Cheers.
Bye.